What do Pew Research and UNICEF show about the American school system? Hey there. First, I will speak a little bit about what topics you could offer your children that will help them to develop creativity in themselves. A mind that is creative will be successful in many areas in life. If you have kids younger than 6 years old, provide them educational creative learning tools. Have them free play more. Also utilize art, painting, drawing, cut and paste, real clay, that earthy feeling is calming, or building blocks, wood, and later Legos, whatever you think is good. If you can't teach them a musical instrument, if you don't have access to a piano, you could try a recorder, a xylophone, or a harmonica. Learning together would also be a great option because you're bonding. Studies suggest that kids who play instruments improve academically with higher grades. For those who specifically play the piano, they perform better in mathematical ratios and fractions. It stimulates the left and right hemispheric brain balance. And yes, I know that many parents will still get stressed that their children won't be getting enough cognitive food. Skip that fear. It doesn't help you. Do you know that in Finland, school starts at 7 years old? That means their children have a totally different early childhood. Play, play, and more play. A child learns a lot through play and especially free play. Most children are ready to learn the skills of reading and writing around the age of 6. Usually not really younger. That's the reason that first grade has started at 6 years old for Ians. Before you get nervous about this, continue to listen. All that pushing at an age of 3, 4, 5 is just creating unnecessary stress for children and also for you as parents. Do not let your ego take over about how proud you could be of your child if they are so early doing things. Unfortunately, I'm sure you have heard about the high rate of suicide among students in Asian countries, where excessive learning stress becomes unbearable and life alienating. None of us want that for our children. Children need to be encouraged and challenged, but everything needs to be in moderation. It's just the habit of thinking that pushing children helps, without really knowing if pushing reading and writing skills gives better results by the end of high school. And that is what matters most. You want your children to be successful in life. Let them develop their potential. Definitely. They will be much less likely to reach for drugs or medications to survive in life if they have passions. They will be better equipped to live happy, fulfilling lives, free of depression or suicidal thoughts. Well, going back now to our Finland comparison with the USA. Here are the science, math, and reading scores as measured by Pew Research worldwide. The school results are reading, Finland fourth place, United States 24th place, just above the world average. Mathematics, Finland 11th and United States 39th, below average. Science, Finland 5th and the US 14th, just above average. I have the link posted in the description and you can look at it yourself. And it's interesting to see the other comparisons too. Of course, there are many more variables in this Pew research. The point I'm making with this post and this video is directed to less stressed childhoods. This brings me to another factor. In what country are children the happiest in the world? That's also important. UNICEF, the Children's Organization of the United Nations, published a report in 2017 on child well-being in 20 rich countries, which ranks the Netherlands number 1 on the list. The happiness of Dutch children is attributed to a non-competitive, low-stress school culture and a good work-life balance for parents, among other reasons. Finland is number 6, and the US does not even show up on the list of the first 20 countries. Let that sink in. The Netherlands is where I'm from and where my children grow up in their first years. Here is one explanation, quote, Dutch children find it easy to talk to their parents. The Dutch approach to parenting combines old school family values with very modern respect for children's autonomy and opinions. It not only produces very happy children, but children who grow up confident, resilient, and sure of their place in the world. Children can easily discuss what's troubling them and express their opinions. Dutch parents listen to and respect their child's opinions, and it translates into producing confident teenagers. It helps them to grow a belief in themselves and their right to be heard and respected. And the source of this is also in the description. You can read it all yourself. Parents have a pretty healthy attitude towards their kids, seeing them as individuals rather than extensions of themselves, and do not put pressure on them to perform. Pressure. They are realistic about their children's strengths and have not created a culture of success where school grades are taken as a measure of growth and worth. Although the Dutch want the best for their children and stimulate them to do their best in school for a bright future, they don't put any unnecessary pressure on their kids. Cannot stress that enough. Dutch parents also give their children the freedom to explore and find their own boundaries. After school and during weekends, the neighborhood kids can usually be found playing out on the street. Homework is often kept to a minimum and there is plenty of time to play and relax. End quote. I have friends that tell me here in the US that it used to be like this in the US as well. As parents, we need to think about whether or not the changes made to our educational system are working, and if not, what can we do to help our children? Back to that UNICEF report about the 20th best countries for children. The United States ranked number 26 in overall child happiness. It didn't even rank into the top 10 in any of the factors. For material well-being, it was ranked number 26. For health and safety, it was number 25. And for education, it was number 27. And for behaviors and risks, and for housing and environment, it was ranked number 23 in the world. Doesn't that make you think, do I really want to sacrifice my child's childhood and youth for an idea, a belief, a fear of? Doesn't that make you think, what could we change here? I mean, if your children can't look back at a happy childhood because of environmental stressors, isn't that sad? And maybe it is time, especially now that so much is changing because of the pandemic, and it has been changing, to rethink our educational system, to look into what other countries do, why the children are happier there than those in the USA. Even Canada scored higher, number 17. I can guarantee you that much more playing outdoors, more free time during weekdays, playing with friends and a more relaxed lifestyle translates into a big portion of the children's happiness. It is possible. Let's talk about it and let's not forget about this because it is so important and changes can always be made. Thank you for watching. I'm Carnival Wellstone, founder of Happiest Solutions, where I help you with psychology, neuroscience, and holistic modalities transform your life, career, and relationships. If you're new here, make sure you click the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified for new videos. Any link that I mentioned in this video, you can find in the description box below.